Good evening from down under, everyone. My name is Roman Splits, and we're going to continue our Let's Play of Super Robot Wars Y crossway through. So I blanked there for a second. This should be part 66 in the series, and last we left off, we had just resumed the main storyline. I'm just going to quickly check to make sure that I actually did. Yeah, it looks like I did. Just want to make sure I applied all the spiritless stuff for the upcoming map, which it appears I did. So cool. So we'll get straight into the episode right after these Ace chats, which we're going to do the DLC. So I'll start with the Ace chats while I continue to talk. So it does turn out that one of the things I had a question about did get answered, in which involve how the Guardian works. So I'll have to make sure I don't put morale increasing parts on it, because it looks like it causes a bug. But other than that, yeah, we'll get straight into the episode after this, so don't forget to leave a like and subscribe if you've been enjoying. Otherwise, we're in for a good time. So the end of Chapter 3 is approaching. We have a few side missions and one in this DLC to do, and then we got the main mission, which is the last one. So hopefully in a couple of episodes, that means we'll have cringe, an ungodly amount of DLC missions, relic missions, and all that fun stuff that we'll have to knock out of the way. The good thing is, though, I practically have all of the new DLC characters pretty much achieved Great Ace. I think Eureka is the only one that's left, but she's only like 3 kills away, I want to say, from achieving it. So it's pretty decent. But yeah, so again, it doesn't take really long, as all the new joins do initially start with 69 kills. You're easily going to get 1 kill, if not more, on the recruit mission, especially since some of the time, or most of the time even, transition in those stages require kill X amount of enemies, or potentially wait until a certain turn occurs. But generally, kill a certain amount of enemies is probably the easier one, so you just get a couple kills and transition. So oh yeah, right. Sai is having a bad time because he's hitting on other people or making fun of other people, and has someone he can actually re-dob to, so yeah, you gotta watch out. The fear, run, Sai, run. But anyway, that's the 2 chats done. I'm sure I have a bunch of those programs, but I'm not going to worry about that until later. Yeah, so we got quite a few force deploys. Which is fine. Alright, so in the mess hall. Well, I should say it was great as usual. Yeah, it was Chinese, right? The food on the A event never seems to disappoint. Big portions and great taste. Man, I'm glad I joined Shadows. We really should be thanking the people who work in the General Support Division. Well, you heard them. This is bonkers. How can they be satisfied with this? What's wrong with these two? I think Chuck and Saisachi aren't satisfied with today's cooking. Sorry, but as a chef of Ragnaryan, God, that's a name. the most popular restaurant in Planet Ragnar, I'm gonna be critical about food. And I'm actually particular when it comes to fried rice. Long story short, we've got a lot of feedback about today's Chinese food. Honestly, I get you the rice isn't spicy enough for my taste. But then they should have free refills on soft drinks. God damn. You know, Hungry Jacks used to do that once upon a time. Anyway, I prefer it to be a bit sweeter personally. And it could maybe have more vivid covers for presentation. It needs that salty sea tang, add some squid shirakari. You're asking for a lot here. Different people have different tastes. You can't please everyone. But you didn't like it too much earlier, did you, Show? I know Dubba likes stronger tastes. Well, so the food wasn't up to par. Oh no! First it was red and now it's cookie. Leave them alone. Anyway, it's not. Oh, that's not what we meant, Cookie. They were just idle thoughts. We didn't mean to insult anyone. No. You're out there risking your lives every single day. Our job is to make sure you eat right. The fact that you're having these thoughts all means I've failed to live up to your expectations. Don't worry, Cookie. Your food isn't bad, honest. It's just the Chinese food, especially the fried rice. Sorry, but I accept no compromises there. It must be the heat. The fire of life fire is life in Chinese cuisine. Yeah, I think you're onto something. You can't make good fried rice if you're afraid of a little fire. Chinese cuisine is incredibly deep. You just can't play it by book. You have to be willing to experiment with different ingredients. Yes, even the A event has limits it can't overcome. I think they do a pretty good job with within their comfort zone. You're being too nice, Chuck. It's gotta be bold. You gotta be bold behind the stove. How about you put your money where your mouth is? Yeah, now they're pissed off, Cookie. Since you guys are obviously the best cooks in the galaxy, why don't you make something that will please every single Shadow member? Yeah, I can already see this being the recipe disaster. Has to be sweet, has to be salty, has to be spicy. I would never touch it. Anyway, in pursuit of the perfect plate. I mean, to be fair, I'm not really one for Chinese food, but that's my personal preferences, and, you know, I have nothing against it personally. I actually like rice, don't get me wrong. Oh, even Dabo's getting dragged into this. Bloody hell. Yeah, good luck with that. Yes, you all did. Well, if two of the maids have gotten angry at people, I'm sure... Is it Ati? Is the info one? I'm sure she'll have her own DLC too. Bloody foodies, I swear. I might be the exact opposite of a foodie. I think adding more is actually bad. Like... This might shock people. My favorite pizza legitimately just might be ham and cheese. Or just mozzarella as in cheese pizza. Like, I don't mind other things like meat lovers when you add some more stuff into it, but if you're putting like 20 things on a pizza, I think you're overdoing it. Because you can't taste the stuff that you want to taste. And that's the problem, right? But anyway, this is pretty much what this episode's going to be about, is, I guess, a food discussion, because it's on brand. I mean, hell, in terms of rice, I actually like it with beef stroganoff more than, like, traditional fried rice where you're putting in, like, vegetables and other stuff. Again, it's not bad, but it's just not my thing. Like, what is it? Rice, beef, and obviously the sauce alone is more than enough. But then again, I suppose the sauce is done with the beef, so I guess you could add that. I guess that might just count as one part, so yeah. Poor Getter Boys. It's not even Cammy's fault either. I feel bad for him. You know what? Just because I feel bad for him. There we go. Okay, what level are these guys? 84, so I guess it's not too bad. Some folks will get some levels at least. Maybe not you. Yep, so these two can go all the way to the sides. Interesting how your combo attack's been disabled for this battle, but okay. Or maybe if you wanted your bacon to be saved, maybe you shouldn't have complained about putting seafood with delicious pork parts in the fried rice anyway. Yeah, poor Kay. Alright, so... I mean, show's not wrong, if teamwork's not gonna work, then just do what you can on your own and make the situation go away as quickly as possible. In that sense, his strategy is not wrong. It may not necessarily be right as well, but I mean, it's better than what everyone else is doing. They even turned back to get a 1. Damn it. Oh well. There's a good chance that Getter potentially wasn't getting a kill this fight anyway. This metaphor is really bad, by the way. Thank heavens this metaphor nonsense is over. Alright. Alright, so we get 4 units, only 4 units, so... I'm sure everyone is confused by that, but don't worry about it. I'd be hungry too if I literally just didn't have food like an hour ago. Alright, so... Charge activated. Smash activated, because we can. Deal, Spirit, why not? Alrighty. I kind of actually forgot about the whole assist link thing, so... But I believe the only one I need to worry about is actually... the second for this map. As, I believe in the previous map, I had gotten everyone to 95 out of, what was it, 95 out of 100 experience, so they didn't require any particularly fun basically spamming of a map, because on this map in particular it would have been not particularly enjoyable, but I imagine that should be enough to yeah, that should be enough to make the second happy and to be leveled up, so... Yep. That's a bit unfortunate. Oh well. We'll just end that turn and we'll let the enemies do something. We'll yeah, we'll just let them all move. Alright. I guess we'll just seal it up one more time. And we'll just let the getter machine get all the way in there. Alright. Oh, there we go. Rabbit formation is available again. There we go. But not a very long map. Probably, sadly, not enough time to do 2 maps, but that's fine. I guess we could just have one shorter episode, or maybe maybe I just put in the front mission map where I probably do a little bit of grind on it, but I can't imagine that being exciting, so maybe I don't put that in. I don't know. Anyway, in the mess hall, I said you have to add more shirakari. I told you to calm down, it's way too salty as it is. That's why if you add a pinch of sugar to balance it out, a subtle amount that is, like this. That's not subtle, that's half a bag. And you add a can of soda to blend it together. Stop, this isn't a stew. Don't sweat it, we just put lots of meat in it. The meat is great, more meat means better flavor. Quit wasting our ingredients. Besides, Sachi, you said fried rice with vegetable and it goes great with anything. But well, yes, but in moderation. That's why you're here, Saisachi. You'll make it taste good. If the flavor is off, add a little sugar here. A rare man likes his food with strong contrast. Let's balance it with sugar and hot chili peppers. Stop! Somehow I figured it would go like this. If you can't learn to compromise and work with others, it's going to lose in the end. That's true on the battlefield and in the kitchen. I guess the secret to the ultimate fried rice is not to throw every single ingredient in the wok. You reap what you sow, Saisachi. So this is your fried rice? Yes. I was happy to be invited to a food tasting, but it looks not quite what I expected. The ingredients and spices seem to have been chosen at random. There's no harmony in this dish. I have no excuse. I'm sorry, Cookie. I really had no idea how hard you were working. Oh, Saisachi. You're always trying to make food that you'll think we'll all enjoy, but here we are, trying to outdo you by using expensive ingredients, and the result is this mess. It's okay, Saisachi. I should apologize too. Cookie. It's easy to lose sight of everyone's taste. Some people prefer strong spices, while others like stuff more subtle. I want to keep doing my best and make dishes that each and every one of you can enjoy. Cookie, would you mind helping me? I'd love to improve my fried rice. Yeah, it was a disaster. We forgot the real secret of cooking. The key is always to remember who you're cooking for. It's a lesson we have to learn all over again. If we have kept it in mind, our fried rice would have tasted a lot better. The same is true for shadows. Chica. Just like fried rice, the oven is a melting pot. Different ingredients gathered together here, each bringing something unique to the mix. The members of Shadows don't fight because they want to show off how strong they are generally. They fight because they have something to protect. That's what makes them strong. You got that right. I will remember this day forever. Yeah, me too. Cookie, I hope you'll continue to take care of the dietary needs of Shadows. You bet, Mr. Chica. The General Support Division will keep striving to ensure everyone who walks through those doors eats great. All's well that ends well, I guess. That just leaves the middle of this plate of horrors. Oh, I wouldn't worry about that. Hey Chica, is that fried rice for us? Of course, by all means, help yourself. Hell yeah, it looks great. Come to Papa. Cross and Guma. They're eating it. It's like the best meal they've had in ages. Considering Guma's usual diet, this may not be far off the mark. Apparently, as a ninja, Cross is trained to digest just about anything. Glop before swine, I guess. Let's ignore that and start making them dinner for people who can actually appreciate it, Saisachi. You got it. The bellies of Shadows are in good hands. Basically, natural disaster incarnate. Alright, so we get an energy tank, 2 break morale limits, money. Yeah, there we go. So... So basically her ability just improves to 75%. And I heard you liked more brick to your brick wall of tankiness. Yeah. So we'll do the assist chat, and then we'll probably refrain from doing another mission, so it'll be a short episode, I guess. I was actually expecting the front mission to come off cooldown, but I guess it's the next map. I know the sequence is a bit off because of DLC stuff and whatnot, but well, it is what it is. Yeah, sadly, I actually don't know anything about Gridman. Even the original and Dynazenon and all that, so it would be interesting to learn about her backstory, but I guess that's a problem for later. Okay. Alright, assign assist, so we can take the second off now. We don't need her. We will put Dorothy back on because that +1 move is always useful. Then yeah, then we just got these folks to go. So out of all of them, this one will be the most challenging to level because obviously it's gonna require us to waste some turns, which I don't necessarily want to do per se, but I might delay the next map like 1 or 2 extra turns but it's not going to be a great deal. Then yeah, and then we won't have much to go in terms of that. As terms of parts, however. So I'm purposely not leveling you up for a little bit, so... yeah, I guess I'll give you the one of the combos anyway. And then... I could give it to Camille. Could give it to Shaw. Yeah, why not? We'll give it to Shaw. So... yeah, that'll be fine. And like you have Rao, so if it's required you can give that to Shah for a little bit. Alright. Yeah, and then the other parts shouldn't really matter for this one map. Alright, so I'll throw on a save and I'll call an episode there, and then the next one we will do the side mission. So thank you for watching everyone, and I'll catch you in the next episode.